Welcome back to another episode of Screen Tested. I am your host Tyrant, and today we have another big sword. Man, I love big swords. You guys love big swords. We have a full series of giant swords and stuff. Now, I feel like a little bit of a broken record because there's a lot of things that I say in each of the episodes that are just the same sort of thing, right? This here is a Zweihander courtesy of Swordia, and we're going to get into the specifications in a minute because there is some insane stuff with this particular blade, specifically the price, I should mention. Now, first and foremost, this is a large blade. I love big swords. You know, they're a beautiful, beautiful type of sword, the way you use them. Obviously, you know, like crowd work, you know, you can use them against pole arms. Large, big blades have been used historically in multiple countries. You know, you have your Spadones, your Zweihanders, Montantes. You have a bunch of them because they're just really cool, right? I think everybody can agree a big, giant sword is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some cutting with this one, because this one here in particular is very, very sharp. Now obviously we've recently I made my own Montante because they're so expensive, right? Montantes have always been so expensive. Like large swords are really, they cost a lot, and so I just decided to make my own one. And now I have one, so I feel like I wasted my time with that episode. Anyway, this one's sharp, so we're going to be able to swing it around and cut with it today, which I'm very excited about. But before we get into that, let's get into the specifications and the price. The price is $345. You heard that right. Now, if any of you guys watching know anything about these larger swords, $345 is insane. Like the nearest competitors to this sort of like sword class is in the $500 to $600 range. That's the difference we're talking about here. So first off, the price is absolutely insane. In terms of its overall length, it's around about 168 centimeters long. In terms of its weight, it's 2.5 kilos. 2.5 kilos. You heard that right. The batleth, remember when I tested the batleth? That was 2.2. The goblin cleaver was 2.2. This is 2.5. Yeah. So this has a lot of stuff going for it that I am absolutely fascinated with. It has a hilt length of around about 48 centimeters and a blade length of around about 120. When it comes to the fit and finish, just my initial impressions, the casting on things like the crossguard and the rings is actually really, it's finished incredibly well. And I bring this up because there's been some of the other Swordia, you know, swords that we've had a look at, and some of the castings in some places are a little bit sharp. There's, you know, burrs. This one here is incredibly well finished, along with the pommel as well. In terms of the sharpness of the blade, it actually came pretty bloody sharp, especially these here. These are so wicked sharp. Anyway, that's the specs. Let's get out there and start spinning this thing around. $345. If you want to pick one up, there'll be a link down below. Holy shit. It's really good. Now, I haven't actually swung it around. I haven't actually cut anything with it just yet, but in terms of its weight, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The point of balance is, I'm gonna say that's a good maybe 4 inches from the guard. So that's pretty good too. Now, the blade is, that is wicked sharp. So we should also be able to cut with it. So this is my mind is blown by this. Let's see how this thing performs. Oh. Holy shit. Nice. So one of my biggest pet peeves about Zweihanders, or just large swords, right, as they're depicted in media, and like the one that immediately stands out to me is Elden Ring, because in Elden Ring, the way they use it is essentially like that. It's like, I can hold it out one-handed. These swords they were, and they are, made to be light. They're supposed to be quick and nimble. So this one here is like a good balance. I actually really like the weight. Let's see if we can cut something. Did you know that 69% of you are not subscribed? Nice. But today I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. As much as I don't want to move from the 69 number, I would like if you guys subscribed. because that would make my day. I hope you guys are enjoying the episode. Let's get back to it. Kind of exploded on me, that one. I don't even know what happened there. Let's do another one. Maybe little bottles aren't ideal for this particular sword. Still got it though. Yeah, little bottles. They're a little bit tricky with a big sword. However, I do have something a little bit more fibrous that should be a bit more fun to cut. Whatever you call this in your country, don't care. Let's try it. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, pumpkin is fun to cut. $300 for this. Oh my God. Just from like a material standpoint, $300 is insane. Now let's try some normal cuts. So in the hand, when you're cutting, it does feel pretty good. It's one of those things where it's actually quite difficult because of, obviously how long the blade is, and because this is obviously a spring steel blade, it means that you get a lot of flex. Holy shit, you get a lot of flex. Something also worth mentioning, it does come with a sheath. It is a very, very simple leather one. A little tight as well, but it is nice that it does come with it, just generally speaking, right? So, we get really tight towards the end. But it does also come with a sheath. So why don't we hit this against Tony? Let's see how this tip holds up, let's see how it thrusts, and let's see how it slashes on the gambeson, if this sharp edge can cut really well. Oh, yep. That, yeah, that, okay, yeah, it thrusts like a monster. Has a nice tip to it. That thrusting is insane. Let's see if we can open up Tony's back. We'll just give it a nice slash right there. Barely bloody anything. All right, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see the blade very well, but the blade is here, right? Let's have a look at some of this flex. Woo! Damn, that is straight as an arrow. So one of the things that blows me away is like these grind lines are so neat and consistent the entire length of the blade, because obviously the bigger the blade is, right, the more difficult it is to get these sort of things consistent, get all these details consistent. But honestly, I kind of dig it. I thought I wouldn't like the additional leather wrap, and I thought these little nails, because they've obviously nailed this little leather wrap on, would kind of not feel very nice. Honestly, it felt great in the hand. I actually don't have any issues with it. I mean, I don't really, like today's episode isn't going to be that long. There really isn't too much to say on the subject. It is a $345-ish sword that is awesome. It's a full Zweihander. Its weight is pretty good. It comes sharp as a motherfucker. The handle is reasonably well done. I mean, I'm quite happy with it. All the casting and all that sort of stuff on things like the crossguard, the pommel, I mean, it's a lot better than some of their other swords actually. So I am thoroughly impressed by this. I think this is one of those ones where it's like, if you've been in the market for a Zweihander, if you've been looking for one, or you know, like a Montante Spadone, just like a big sword, right? You know the price points of these things, and the price of this is wild. So if you want to pick one up, there'll be a link in the description of this exact sword. I mean, I have no complaints with it. This thing is awesome. It cut reasonably well. I'm actually kind of fascinated by how low down that vibration node is for cutting. But like, I think it's good. The only thing that I would maybe complain a touch about is the weight. Now the weight is perfectly within tolerance and perfectly acceptable. However, I have handled other, you know, Spadones and Zweihanders from other manufacturers, and one of my favorites was actually the Regenyi. The weight on it was gorgeous. This one is a little heavier than that, but again, perfectly acceptable. It's just when you're comparing something directly to something else, you can notice some differences, and also keep in mind that one is a completely different price bracket. I'm a little annoyed because you know, as you guys know, I did a full episode making my own Montante for training a couple of months ago. If I had known that they were coming out with this bad boy, I wouldn't have bothered. But I'm very happy to have this one here. This one is obviously sharp though, it's not really for training. But that's gonna be all. Thank you guys for watching. Holy shit, man. This is wild. We are in the best sword times. Thank you guys for watching. Link down below if you want to pick it up. As always, I'll see you next week in another episode. Have a good one.